Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. How are you? Can you hear me properly? I'm
Yeah,
going.
we can hear you. Yeah,
Can?
yeah.
All right, perfect. I think that I've just been checking everything, so it's not as choppy as last time. I'm just gonna stop presenting so I can see you all. Hi, Maria. How, Erin, Joan. It would be amazing. I'm gonna put everybody's faces as so we can all share. You guys can please put your beautiful video, your beautiful faces. That would be amazing, at least to start this beautiful circle of intention. Just trying to see from the distance. Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna see all of us. Hello. That's so good to see everyone as everybody's connecting. Welcome, welcome. Today I'm going to be. Is everybody can listen me because the computer is a little bit further so everybody can watch. Okay, cool. And last month when we were connecting, I was doing fire inside the house, and some of you noticed that the fire alarm went off, and Lucky is never get his fire out of control. He got his fire out of control and apologized for his very florid way to express his fire. So I said, no, I don't think that it's good and advisable to do these beautiful rituals at home. And also, because we are in the moon, what a better way to do it outside. And it is more ad hoc, and we need space to move. So I hope that everybody has this space to move. So I just want to welcome as well the sisters that are connecting here for the first time, that we open this call because the energy is a bit strong. So Joe, you are here for the first time, right, Lovey?
Yes, hi. Yeah, you can just say Jody if you like. Hi,
Jody, let us how you get here. How did you get here?
I know Erin.
Erin. Oh, Erin, our beautiful. Well, thank you, sister, for joining us.
Thank you.
This is a beautiful space of Earth Sisters where we are doing a very profound work, and we get together once a month, and from now and the full moon it's going to be very ceremonial, this call, more than a class or content. And I felt that it was important to share this space with women, with sisters that need it, because this is what it's about, to share it. So thank you so much for listening, Erin, and to be here. So some of the sisters we're going to start in a as we open the circle, the sisters are going to share a little bit, which I always love when there is sisterhood, because some of these stories, how these sisters are, it might going to resonate with you or with everybody. So this is the importance, because we realize that we are so connected. So as everybody is starting to get in,
Thank
we are
you.
going to enter, to start, to open the circle, calling the elements. Oops. And we always start calling the element of fire. We always start calling the element of fire that represents the sun. So if anyone has their own fires, this is the time, sisters, where you want to start your fire, your beautiful copal holder or your candle, all of you. If you don't have any, don't worry, just turn it, just close your eyes and connect with your heart, because that's your impeccable fire. So for this ceremony, for this gathering, we ask permission to the element of fire, the element of the rising sun, the wind, and the direction of the east, that always remind us the divine expression of the sun that is within us, in the flame that is part our spirit and allowed us that profound intention in our life, the flame that allowed us to keep in our center, the flame that allowed us to enhance our dialogue with the divine forces, because that's the only truth. Anything from a low frequency is just no more than an illusion. And the fire brings us back to our center. So we ask today, we offer to the sacred fire, the sacred tobacco, the grandfather tobacco, so it can intercede for us. We offer the tobacco to the fire as creating a bridge of connections with those forces that are going to allow us to transmute, to transform, to remember, and to come back to our center. Aho.
Aho.
Now we ask permission to the direction of the south, the direction of the water. If anyone has a cup of water, this is the time where you hold it. The direction of the emotions, the element that allowed us to flow. And we ask assistance to the sacred water that allowed us to flow with ease and grace. That allowed us to understand that uncontrollable emotions could be part or an indication that we are out of our center. So we ask the water to come back to our flow, hand by hand with the sacred fire. Now we call the spirit of the earth, the element of the earth, the sacred vessel, the vessel that reminds us that it is only from strong vessels where nothing distract our energy. Nothing can penetrate that strong vessel, confusing us with inorganic winds, with inorganic forces. So the earth contains us. The earth holds our fire, our waters. And we ask assistance of the earth to transmute it in the most, and transform in the most loving way as she does all the shadow parts of ourselves, to remind us how held and sustained we are. And now we ask in the wind of the north, in this direction of the north, the element of the winds, that only flows, the flows of thoughts, the flows of time, can enter our vessels. The flows and the light from the great spirits, from the heavens, from the heart of the universe, can enter our vessels. Thoughts of confidence, thoughts of remembering, so we can embrace our natural self and our natural purpose as we transform and connect with our journey. And we ask the wind that allowed us in this ceremony to have the order, to put in order any chaos that we bring today. Any chaos that is made by any sabotaging winds that don't belong in our vessel. And now we're just gonna connect with the heart of the hearts, hearts of the universe. We just rise our cup, our fire. And we connect with intention with the heart of the universe and its 13 layers. That sacred spiral that allows us to connect with the great spirits and to be that impeccable bridge that receive the wisdom that transcends time and space. And now we touch the ground and we connect with the heart of the earth. the profound center of the earth, and its 9 layers. So anything that needs to transmute and to be transformed from our life that we are not conscious of, because it's very deep, can come into the surface in a very loving way. We can transform it with her guidance, with her love. And lastly, we connect with the heart of the hearts of the sacred tree that guide us, this shadowless light that guides the spirits that are here in this realm for a more purpose life. So we can remember the earth woman, the medicine woman, and we are as ambassadors of the medicine of the earth, as vessels of the Great Spirit. Allowing the sacred forces of creations to dance through us, to move through us. Aho.
Oh.
Beautiful sisters, I would love, as we start our circle, there is a lot of energy going on, and I had a chat with a beautiful wise wisdom keeper from the Yucatan, and it's very amazing how we are so connected. We are entering a time on the planet that northern hemisphere and southern hemispheres, we just merge in the same type of energy, even though that we are ourselves, we are going into the direction of the spring equinox, which marks the ascendance of the great eagle. And for the northern hemispheres, they are going towards the autumn equinox, which is the journey of the hummingbird that is going to start traveling through the dark. So we are in an opposite between the hemispheres, but we are converging in a very powerful energy that is called Kanik Kul. Kan, which means serpent, Ik, which means wind, Kul, which means together. The serpent and the wind are merging together. And what is happening is that it moves profoundly the earth from the 9th level. And this creates a lot of flows, a lot of winds that arises creatures from the underworld. Animals here in Australia, we are aware that obviously we're starting in spring. The serpents, the snakes are starting to move around. But it's as well in the northern hemisphere, other type of crawlers, creatures that are from the underworld, but also inorganic energies. And this is the importance that we need to understand, that these inorganic energies can only penetrate weak vessels. And this is what we are learning in this work, to be strong vessels, because this is going to become more intense and more intense. And this could be manifested in thoughts that are from a very low frequency, that bring us depression, that bring us many thoughts that could be even self-destructive. So if you have been experiencing the past 4 weeks since we met, moments of you that have felt in a very low vibrations, you need to understand that you allowed unconsciously an inorganic energy to enter your vessel. The stronger is the vessel, the stronger you are when you face these inorganic energies. And it's important to become the observant. When you feel prisoner of any of these thoughts or emotions or these forces that have entered your vessel, that makes you feel very unsettled, very sad, very depressed, maybe self-destructive, just remember, this is an inorganic energy. And any decision that you make from that place, you are making that decision from a foreign mind, not from your real truth. The only real truth is our connection with the divine. That's it. If we're experimenting self-doubt, confusion, we are from a state of mind that it potentially is being through the entropic or disharmonic flow of inorganic entities that have entered our vessel. And this is where the fire comes, because the fire is the discipline, the fire is the center, and you have that. Today, you have that tool. You can come back to your fire. And for the sisters that are here for the first time, you have a candle. If you have fire pit, the fire, when you observe the fire doesn't allow you to be in another time. We need to be in the present moment with the fire. So the fire is what is going to bring us back in. And this is the importance to understand that, because it will be a lot of this. This is going to last potentially 40 days. But we know that this mix of winds, because now it's not only, this would be only in the northern hemisphere, but we are experimenting in the southern hemisphere. This union of the serpent and the wind brings rains and winds. We have, at least here in the east of Australia, we have experienced a lot of rains, and this brings sickness. This brings decompressions. This brings digestive problems. And I'm very blown away that on the weekend, how many people were sharing with me how they were having their tummies they were feeling very bloated, and I felt it myself. So this is a very collective situation, and we need to be aware. We need to be aware that that if you are feeling like that, just come back to your fire. If physically is attacking you, this is a time to be in silence, to be mindful, but to be observant. If you're feeling changes in your digestion, try to have a very alkaline diet at the moment. It's very important to help ourselves in our physical expression. So this is very important to know that, and this is a message from beautifully Mish Q, which you guys are going to meet him, especially those ones that are coming with me to Mexico, but those ones who not, he is going to be sharing a lot with us, with all the community online. So yeah, so this is so important that we understand. And I just wanted to share that before everybody starts sharing, that if you feeling like really crap, it's very collectively, and it's collectively in all the places of the planet. Doesn't matter if it's if this northern or southern hemisphere. It's being very collective, and it's going to become more intense. And this is why it's been asked that we become very impeccable and that we really strengthen the vessel. So there is not an option. This is where the medicine earth woman comes, because females, we do have this cauldron. This cauldron is our womb. We carry the fire. We have an organ in our body that carries that fire, and it's the fire of the Great Spirit. And this is what we want to understand, that this is the fire of the Great Spirit, and it's the force of the earth. And if many women we understand this, we can really seriously create a lot of shift. We can help to contribute in the whole collective, because this is very massive energy. So we can become those very, very strong vessels, those bacaves, those big vessels on each directions that holds this. But we cannot do it if we're weak. We cannot do it if we feel that these inorganic energies are entering. And it's okay if they enter, but we have two choices: to hook in it and to think that it's us and just go into that spiral going down, 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 or just to be the observant and connect with the Great Spirit. Do your fire. Go to the earth and observe nature. Nature is the way that we can really, really bring back perspective. Yeah. So really, I invite you to do that, because there is no much time. It's already happening. And this is what is so important that we remember. So I would love now to have just a circle of sharing before we start with our beautiful ritual, ceremony, and movement. So if we can do it briefly, that would be amazing. How you guys are feeling. So Maria, do you want to start, love, from England?
Oh gosh. Hi everyone. So yeah, good morning here for me. Good evening for you guys. Right. Me, as I shared in a WhatsApp, the first call was lovely, and then when I went into the exercises, I felt a lot of resistance. Life has been quite busy, and yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm observing more than anything at the moment and staying with it and allowing it to just go through. I did my list of things that I want to transmute, but even that is a bit of a struggle because the mind is not having clear pictures or answers. So thank you all.
Thank you so much, Maria. Maria, it's beautiful how you're becoming the observer. Maria was with us in Mexico this year, and we did a big work with fire as well, a whole velada, which is we sit on fire and medicine for a whole night, and that really brings perspective. So thank you, Maria, for being the observer and allowing that.
Mm, Yeah,
That's
yeah. Mexico was more than amazing, and my heart is still there fully. So if anyone is called to go, yeah, do go. I want to go. My heart is already there. My soul is already there. But let's see what happens. Mm.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you, Lovey. Kimmy.
Hi.
Hi, sister. How are you, love? We want to share how you been from the last time we met to here or last these past weeks?
Um, Not particularly, but I've been really feeling very, very alone, because I'm normally in Toowoomba and I don't see anybody or interact with anybody most of the time, except when I go to work, and I visit a friend once a fortnight, and I see one of my kids once a fortnight, and that's it. That's all the human contact I really have. So I've been finding that my energy is really, I tend to procrastinate because I'm like, what is the point? Like I feel like there's no real point to doing anything because there just isn't a point. Like, who cares? So that I've been dealing with that. And I have been really procrastinating and really beating myself up because I procrastinate. The reason I procrastinate is because I want to escape from the nothing that is my life. And yeah.
It's funny, Kimmy, that you're talking and the fire just went really crazy. It's in the north, eh? Ancestry, mate. Ancestry. And you have the tools, sweetheart. Yeah, you have the tools, sister. You have it's very, you understand now that what you're feeling, all that lonely or whatever, it could be very an inorganic entity. And you have the fire, remember? And it's so even if you feel that you don't have the drive or the energy to do an exercise, too simple, just like the candle. Just like a candle, and that flickering fire, that dancing flame, or if you are awake on a sunset, on a sunrise, just look at the sunrise. That's the most powerful fire. So the thing is, it's okay to feel like that, but what are we gonna do about it? And this is what is this ceremony about, that we can get those tools to be able to, Kimmy. So yes, and we have a lot of content and beautiful tools there. Just fine, bed by bed in the program, and even if you feel a little bit, it is normal. Postergation is as well a part of that. Inorganic entities that are taking over, but it's okay. It happens to all of us at some point. The important is that we become the observer and we do something about it. Thank you, Kim. Thank you for being here, love. Moni.
Hi, yes. I certainly did feel a lot of inorganic energies. I went from there to there and up. At the moment, actually, I found my energy back, interesting enough. It's definitely, I feel more in the flow, but it took me a month from last time. So yes, so I'm ready to lift it even more up. Thank you.
Have you been able to do any of the content of the platform?
No, I was doing other things, but I definitely have to look at it at the moment. There was a lot of things happening at the same time. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, guys, you still have some. You all will gonna receive some emails that is gonna
Okay.
help you to take you hand by hand, so that will be easier for all of you.
Okay.
Beautiful,
Perfect.
Moni. Thank you.
Thank you.
Erin or Elizabeth, Essie.
Hello.
Hey, oh, which Erin?
Oh, sorry.
You, Erin's Elizabeth.
Oh, yes, me. Hi, Erin. I wasn't here for the last one because I was traveling. Actually, I was on holiday, sort of. I went up to Magnetic Island to help facilitate a retreat, which was epic. I also had a bit of a road trip around it. It was absolutely fabulous, big learning experience. Really having to step in and conduct sessions and, on the fly, which, is really about being in a state of grace and just receiving what comes in the moment. But I tell you what, when I got back, boy, was the depression hitting me in the face, like, and because my work is not really aligned with who I am at my core. So it was like, oh God. However, I did some processes I have a coach who's an alchemist, and uncovered some really, really deep childhood wounding, which was, when you do that, it's liberating, right? So I'm actually feeling pretty good at the moment, I've got to say, pretty positive, and my inner child is particularly happy at the moment. So that's where I'm at. But I have started looking at the platform, Patty, and have done some of the exercises and trying to catch up.
Super. Thank you. There is a lot there that it will allow you guys to really assist you in your process. And yes, depression, feeling lonely like Kimi, I felt as well, for feeling in chaos and in entropy. And just remember, in order to create order, it has to be chaos. It's okay to feel like that, but it's good to have the opportunity to remember. And this is what we are doing together. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing, Erin. Denny.
Evening, sisters. It's really beautiful to be with you all. Can you hear me?
Yep.
I'm not good with this tech yet.
You're perfect. I can hear you perfect.
2 weeks ago, I had a massive temper tantrum, which is a lifelong pattern, and gave my finger to the light. But I really felt affected by that. I never even heard of it before, but I felt very affected by that Lions portal last Monday. And since last Monday, I've just been on a complete high, which is scary because I know that'll balance. I'll flip back. And I find Patty's pelvic exercises, it's hard to say the words of how deeply, deeply healing they are. I struggle to do, I haven't been doing them a lot, but I did them yesterday morning and I did them this morning. Yesterday morning, I followed them up with the meditation on the platform and cried and cried and cried because the meditation addressed my deepest wounding. And I was going to text Patty and thank her, but I didn't want to annoy her. But I can't say in words how grateful I am. And the work is on the platform, and Paddy's medicine is really, really powerful. And I was thinking today that because I'm getting more sensitive to feeling the cosmic energy coming in now, and like this last week, it's just so beautiful. The love is tangible, even though we're going through such bringing up the dark wounds. The love is shimmering around us all. And I thought, what is it about Paddy's medicine that is such beautiful grace for us? And I think it's like that the energy coming in is like a big, beautiful wave, but we need a surfboard. And Paddy's medicine and her tools on that platform, they're the surfboard for me anyway, to help take advantage of that wave, and we can all be beautiful surfer sisters. Blessings to everyone.
Thank you, Danny. Thank you for sharing. I remember when I saw Danny and her big storm, something I was sharing with Danny, and I think that it could very relate for all of us, is that these storms of inorganic energy, we all are going to face them, all of them. The thing is that what it determines the vessel, how weak or strong is our vessel, is how prepared we are for those storms. So when we're feeling crap, depressed, lonely, inadequate, or whatever it is, what it is, before that storm happens, because now we know that these storms are going to keep coming, just find from that platform what exercise is for you. It resonates. That meditation. Has someone done that meditation? Yeah? Okay. Or if there is any tool, the fire, what is the movement, the art expressions, that would be awesome as well if you guys share the art. Whatever it is, just prepare for the platform. Because what we need to bring is from the ether that is coming into our vessel. Example, that depression, that hatred, that sadness. We want to bring it to this realm. And the way how we're going to bring it is to express it. Get your hands with mud and just rub it like this, or just get artistic and not in a pretty, just to release that emotion, that thought that is consuming you inside. The idea is from the ether that you bring it into this grounding way so it can get out of your system. With intention, I will always, because we are working on fire and we're understanding how powerful is the fire, light your candle. Don't go, if you don't have your cup or you don't feel that yet are there to get fire pits or whatever, get your candle and just ask that permission. That's assistance to that fire as you release, scream, move, and use your voice, which we're going to use our voice in a second. And I think that was you, Maria, was telling me I feel very uncomfortable doing those exercises with the sound of my voice. I don't know if some of you feel like that, but the voice is where we need to bring those bubbles of energy that is stuck in us. So just scream, Kimmy, you are on your own in that beautiful property. Just go with the horses and scream your lungs out and just get it out, because we wanted to get it out of our system, because it's really sabotaging us and eating us inside. So this is the best way to get those inorganic storms out of our system, because we will pass them. And like Danny said, I'm feeling scared because I feel very high. Well, don't Danny, because you know it. And another thing that we were talking with Danny, which was beautiful, mark, the reason why it's journaling is to mark how long those storms last. When you start feeling shit, and when you start coming out, and because you're becoming the observant, you're going to realize that those episodes, those storms are shorter and shorter. If they were weeks or months, they're going to become days, and from days, hours. So this is what we are going to start strengthening our vessel. The only way to strengthen our vessel is to know our vessel and to be observant. So that would be amazing if we can bring that presence. Beautiful. Thank you. Maya, how are you?
Hi everyone. Yeah, it's great to be here. Yeah, I've been really loving the breathing exercises, particularly. Like, I don't usually resonate with the breathing exercises where it's like I have to be a static thing, and it's very like but the way that you incorporate it, it's like very sensual and very active. I've been good. Like, I feel like there has been chaos, but it's like staying anchored during chaos and then allowing the cycle to happen. And I've been really, especially as well as the moon cycle, I've been really focused on where I am in my menstrual cycle as well, and just like really kind of writing about it. Where am I at? How easy is it for me to connect to spirit on that day or not, you know, and where the mind is. So that's been really interesting. And I noticed today, especially because I know the full moon energy is starting to creep up, I was like, whoa, my head is like going like busy mode. And I was like, and so I paused and I was like, what do you want me to do? And it was just like, go to the beach, you know. Oh, hello. So it's like, for me, like the most profound thing I can do is pause. Like, I feel like that's like an act of resistance against all those crazy things that can come up. Like pausing and asking for direction. Like, for me, those things are just so profound because they're really almost opposite from my innate nature or what I was taught, right? To just keep going, go fast, keep going, push through, right? Don't feel. So yeah, I feel like that's been anchoring me during the wildfires.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Maya, for sharing. Love, beautiful that you're helping yourself. And yeah, thank you for sharing so much. Kelly, welcome. Would you feel okay to share, my lovey? Welcome for being here. How are you? I think that you are in mute, Kelly. You need to unmute yourself.
I was trying to press the speaker on my little square, not the one on the bottom of my phone.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, I am good. I'm outside with the fire. Don't know if you can see my fire. And the moon is there.
Yes, it's gorgeous.
Yes. Yes. The last 3 days, I certainly have been feeling really uneasy in the stomach region, which is not usual. There was I expressed a lot of anger last night, and so that was just, you know, something that's not common, I suppose, now. Since the last call, I did a workshop called Resurfacing, a 2-day workshop, which was really really quite profound, and also looked at some childhood wounds that I'd experienced, and, you know, ways of rethinking those. And so the work is there. Sometimes it's hard, and sometimes it's just fantastic. At the Lionsgate, Denny just mentioned, you know, I felt like so alive, so really vibrant in my power at that particular time. But yeah, and last night I went to Linda's and I forget the other lady's name, water, singing in the water. It was beautiful, and I've seen a couple of souls there that I know from this screen. Hello.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Kelly. Thank you,
Thank you.
love. Thank you so much. Now, the other Kelly. We have another Kelly here. Welcome, Kelly.
Hello. Thank you so much. Hello, everybody. Yes.
Oh, Kelly. Is Kelly DeSalvo?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't recognize you. How are you, sister?
I got my hair cut. I look a bit different.
I heard your voice and how are you? So good that you
Good.
How are you feeling? Let me know how it's been full on for you as well, isn't it?
Yes. It's been interesting since the last women's immersion, and yeah, I've been fairly sort of down and disconnected and so forth. So and I've actually starting to look at my emails and I feel like I'm ready to like I'm getting onto the platform and wanting to give time to myself and move forward. But yes, it's been a couple of pretty low weeks. So I think it's time to release all that and sort of move forward. But yeah, nice to see everybody. Hi, Monique, by the way. I'm trying to recognise some of the faces from the last women's immersion. And yes, I was actually signing up for the next one in September as well.
It's beautiful. It's amazing, Kelly. Thank you. It's good to see you. And just, if you allow me, Kelly, just to share, Kelly had a very, very full-on experience. And I saw her just a few days after that happened.
Oh, yeah.
And it's, even though you feel disconnected, it's okay. Everybody has their own time. And this is what I kind of pause as well, because I know that have some maybe feel guilty. I have heard some of you tell me I feel guilty because I haven't. Don't feel guilty. This is no commitment with me. The information is there. Is your time, it hasn't been, or it's been slow. Just remember, it's been a very dense time for everybody as a collective, but now you know. So it's just start with your candle, with your fire, and slowly but try to get there, because there are amazing tools that will allow you to navigate this density. And I don't know if you want to share quickly, Kelly.
Oh yeah, yeah. I had a couple of my sons were in a vehicle that rolled down a very steep hill, and or mountain, should I say? So yeah, it's kind of the realization that life can change pretty quickly. They're fine. Very little injuries. It was pretty amazing, actually. But yes, like, I think every day is very important, and things can change pretty quickly. And just the realization of like how much it could have changed, like, really sort of knocked me around, I think. But so it's, yeah, looking forward to raising my, getting out of this sort of feeling that I'm in at the moment, and raising my mood and my vibration. And this is a beautiful group to do it with. It's lovely talking to all you ladies. And Patty.
Thank you for sharing, sister. And I'm glad your babies are good. Erin Murray.
Hello. Lovely to see you all. Yeah, I had to work through some sabotage to even get access to the platform. But when I did, it was amazing. And as Denny said, the meditation, I was also bawling. I did that in the middle of the night when my children were asleep, and yeah, it was just really beautiful. I have my own practice of breathing down through my body, my womb, to the womb of Mother Earth, and I find that really grounding. And when I remember to do it, it helps me soothe the storm in my mind. And the breathing practice of Patty's really helped to shift just whatever, other energies, I suppose, negative parts that I'm leaving open, that things can come in. And yeah, I was able to, get some help to feel a bit stronger in myself. And some plants have really been helping me to do that a lot. I had a situation last week. I've got a sort of mild brain injury I'm recovering from, and I overdid it a bit and brought on a huge overwhelm and vertigo and vomiting, and I didn't know what was happening. Anyway, I eventually got some mugwort, and that helped me to just stop and listen. And today I'm feeling really good. We had a beautiful time at the water. singing last night, and I've been trying to fill my mind with the song of the water so that it doesn't get filled with other things. And that's kept me pretty straight. So yeah, I'm gonna keep doing that till further notice.
Thank you so much, Erin, for sharing and for being here. And yeah, we are. You see, it's like the journey of the hummingbird, guys. We're passing through that dark part, and just the hummingbird. The hummingbird is the smallest bird, but it's the bird that travels alone through all the night, and it's the only bird that comes when the sun is rising. So just remember your hummingbird medicine. Thank you, Erin.
Thank you.
Linda, Mama Water. You are in mute, Linda.
I was trying to unmute. Hi, everyone. Frantic day today. Oh my God. But I took time out and went down to the river and swam and just laid in the sand for an hour. So that was my medicine for today. I wasn't on the last immersion call, so some of the faces I don't know. But it's been a very, very busy month. I feel really good, but I'm very busy, and I need to slow down a little bit. I'm sure of that. What's new? I don't know. What's new, Patty? We have constant talks every day these days. It's been, I'm trying to do the homework, so that's been high on my list of priorities. I'm not a long way through, but I'm probably 40% through, so that's good. And planning the UK, and we went to the birthing pools. Lots of womb talk going on for me, and sexuality things are coming up that I'm trying to work through and learn about the repression that's been happening in my body for a long, long time. So that's a journey that I'm navigating at the moment. But we had a beautiful time last night singing to the river. There was about 10, 12 women, something like that. And I'm sure it's going to continue and get bigger. It was wonderful, really. And I'm sure the river was very, very grateful. And I saw 2 swans on the river today, so that was great. Yeah. So I feel like the message was there for me. You know, Marucci, the black swan, is starting to re-inhabit the river, which in 30 years I've only seen them 3 times now. So yeah, it's a beautiful message to get today.
Beautiful, Linda. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for inviting us all for that beautiful mission of yours with the waters. And it's funny, you were talking and the smoke went to the sides of the water. So
really?
Yeah, it's beautiful how synchronized you've been. So thank you for sharing. Okay, so we have Judy, you share, Judy. Are you
Yeah,
okay?
hi.
Oh, welcome, love.
Hello.
How are you? Let us know how you feel.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Yeah, I'm outside too, so I have my fire.
Awesome.
And then the moon's up there in the trees somewhere.
Oh,
yeah, the last probably week my head's been all right. But then I have that loneliness as well. I'll organize something with people and then I cancel it, and sometimes don't go to much at all. And the last 2 months I was really, really down. I think you were saying before that sometimes, you go down for months and then you go down for weeks and you go down for days. And I felt that. And then the last time that I was down for 2 months, I was really scared actually, because it was going on to weeks and then days. And then it lasted 2 months. So it freaked me out a bit. I got frightened that it would just be full on and there forever. But now I've come out of it again, and at that time was when I could ask for help and get some support around me. So that's, you know, supposed to be good to go down to find what you need and then come back up again, I guess. It's working okay for me. I've got lots of old patterns to get rid of as well, because it's just continuous. And just starting to be really more aware and really more intentional with my work on myself for healing. And I've been writing. I always thought writing was just like not important, though it is for me really now. It's just getting everything out of my head so I don't have to just keep thinking about it, whatever it is. So it's really helping. And yeah, thank you for inviting other people to come in today, because I really need this. Thank you. Thanks,
Thank you,
guys.
Holly. Thank you for
Karen.
coming with your big heart and to share and to listen to sisters. And we hope you, sister, we welcome you in this beautiful circle of medicine woman, because you are a medicine woman. Thank you for sharing. on your
Blessing. Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone.
We have another beautiful guest. We have Joanne from Pear. I come to you, Joanne, because I know you're with your babies. But we have Jessie. Oh, Jessie. That's Jessica. That's Jess. Yes. Can you talk, Jess?
I'm not a bit of a low benefit disaster devices. So I don't know if you can hear me.
I cannot hear you properly. I don't know if the other sisters can hear you.
Yeah,
No?
No, not very well.
The Bluetooth's not very good, so I might skip the share.
Okay. You know you can share on the chat.
Yeah,
Thank you for connecting our mama. Our big mama that is beautiful, gestating, a beautiful being. Thank you. And we have Joanne. Hi, Joanne. Can you talk? Because I know you maybe are with your baby. Joanne is in Perth and it's a little bit earlier for her. So I'm not sure, Joanne, if you can share.
Hey, I can talk. I just can't put my video on because my internet keeps dropping out. It's dropped out a few times now. So I apologize if I just disappear. I will be back.
Okay, Joanne, thank you for connecting.
Yeah, it's been a really, really rough week. We've had a lot of sickness over in Perth. It seems to be going around the kids. I don't normally get sick, neither do my children, but this time we have all got sick. So yeah, I guess it's time that we all needed to clear some stuff out. Since the Lionsgate, I actually went through my cycle at this time, and normally, you know, I would rest, but I literally pulled my home, my office, everything apart and redesigned it and decluttered and changed everything. And so I went through this whole rebirth of everything, and it felt so good to clear that space. I haven't had a chance to get on the portal with the kids. I homeschool my kids, so I am time limited sometimes. And with this last month I feel like I've blinked and it's gone by. But I have loved listening to everybody's stories of how that's gone. So I need to carve out time in my schedule and send the kids to my mum's so that I can do this. But yeah, so yeah, I'm just doing whatever this internal house clearing is that is coming up to be released. I'm finding my physical body is so sore. So sore. I haven't really been exercising a lot. I mean, we are on a farm, so I move, but you know, not targeted exercise. And I started yesterday, and my gosh, I didn't even really do a lot, but how painful my body was afterwards, and still is unbelievable. I really didn't realize, because I used to train quite a lot. And I didn't realize how much our physical bodies are going through. Well, mine especially, like the pain is just so bad.
Yeah. Are you being able to do any of these stretching exercises, Joe? Yeah.
I haven't actually, no,
Okay.
but I
Because that
will.
would help you a lot. That would help you a lot with your body for the pain. Because a lot of pain. Is it pains in the muscle pain, joint pain, bone pain?
It feels like muscle pain.
Yeah.
A lot in the wrists is coming up at the moment, but I also had a near-death experience 2 years ago where I nearly drowned in our water on our land, and like my fingertips held onto the bridge to save me, which my wrist copped quite a hammering because the water flow was so forceful. So I'm noticing that my wrist pain has just suddenly popped up.
Yeah.
So I know that's stuff to be released, being the date is very similar.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's good to know. See how you guys feel, because we're gonna do some stretches now. And when we start, because when we stretch our body as well, the pain that we have usually in our knees, our wrists, our hips, the joints is frozen water that crystallize and that creates pain. So when we start activating the fire, basically is when we are stretching, that's kind of bringing that warmth, and it may be painful, but it's going to stop being less. So just slowly check how you feel. Some exercise will be better than others, and you just can slowly see, because, and this is what I wanted to share with you guys. I mean, sometimes it feels like, oh, doing it, but I will tell you something. When we really start moving and stretching, our bodies start asking for it. And it's so funny because you cannot stop doing it. Like, it becomes part of your every moment. Like, you are cooking and usually you're just doing something, or you are just watching a movie. Like yesterday I was with my husband watching a movie and I was with my leg there and look, what are you doing? I just need to stretch it. It's like sometimes we can do those, like shaking your waters, Joe, like even your dress, shaking when you're in the kitchen, when you are doing stuff. Because sometimes we feel that we need to have those, especially if you are homeschooling and you have young children, you need to have this space and do that. And sometimes, because I understand you, because I homeschool as well, it could be easier to say, well, I don't have the time, but start slowly but surely, because that will really ease your pain. And you have the tools there. Yeah. All right. I'm not sure if Andrea is gone. Andrea was here and she just recently joined. I don't know if Andrea, I don't know, maybe she popped out. But anyway, she connects. But does everybody brought their the taper candles, or 2 candles? If you don't worry. You can write on a paper what you know that you need to release. And basically what you do with your string, those one who has the candle, just get your string and just wrap them around your candles. So fire, it really helps us to cut and transmute. Remember what we saw last time, wherever the fire touches, it never goes back to its natural state. Wherever the fire cuts, that's it. The fire is the most powerful transformator. And especially now that we are navigating really dense times, and I'm just gonna put this in a full screen. So when we watch this later, the sisters that watch later, it could be easier. Okay. So okay. Okay. All right. If anyone can see me, that would be cool. Oh, Emma, I was just gonna. Okay, so sorry guys, I'm just trying to get this. So it's okay. So basically, intention is very important, right? So these strings basically represent wherever you are ready to let go, wherever you're ready to cut. So these inorganic winds that are presenting a bit more in a more frequent way as we are passing through this Kanilgun, which is the serpent and the wind when they are together. the canicula, we call it in Spanish, canicul. We need to know that these sabotaging thoughts that we have, if it was depression, if it was maybe feeling lonely, or whatever it is, that sabotaging pattern that you usually get and doesn't allow you to go forward, maybe that's, are you ready to cut it? And because we're going to burn this, first we're going to move our body. Things maybe are going to come up, and it's okay. Because when we burn, we want all the intentions of whatever we're ready to burn and cut to go with the fire. So basically, you wrap your string around the 2 candles in a way that you can still have your candles a little bit separated. I'm going to put the beautiful sacred smoke here in the side. So you want to have a container that can hold your candles, because my candles are quite skinny. I just have dirt on it. So they can stand up, okay? Now, we are not going to light them yet, because maybe things after we move our body, maybe more things are going to come up, yeah? So you want to have your beautiful candles with the string, because this is, we want to cut this so it can, imagine that these candles represents your duality that is in you, your feminine, your masculine, your light, and your dark. And when these inorganic winds come on us and emerge things that we are not aware of us, or maybe that we are, is a pattern, that's part of us, that is part of our shadow path. And it's okay, but again, we either ignore it or we fall into that spiral, or we just pierce through and connect. So this is your 2 dualities that are very entangled. This is that sabotaging wind that is not allowing you to embrace your whole, okay? So you want to have the dancing flames, the dancing of the light and the dark together, the masculine and feminine in you, the receiving and giving in you, in a very harmonious way. And it's okay to feel chaos. It's okay to feel entropic, because that's the way we bring order. And we can bring order, and we always give ask for assistance, and we remember that we are not alone. We remember that we're being sustained. So, and this is what the fire does. The fire brings us in our center, allow us to transmute, allow us to heal. So what we're going to do, we're going to leave the candles on a side, and the idea is that you have a bit of space, because we are going to move our body. We're going to breathe and move our body. And we're gonna kind of ignite that fire in us, and to really, really just be with you. This is an opportunity to be with you, to really tap into what you need to cut today. Maybe sometimes, if you're not having candles, you can write it. Maybe you have it in a paper, and just you will have time to write it as well a bit later. But just whatever you have in the whole clarity. Oops, I'm just looking for something here. Okay, just get a bit of space here. All right. So I'm just looking for. All right. So now what we're going to do, you're going to I'm gonna go a bit back since everybody see me. You're gonna get your feet back, your feet facing outwards, and you're gonna just get into the butterfly position, which is your knees and your feet facing out. If your knees are too painful, you go as far as you can. What we want is to slowly, we are opening our knees, and now we're opening this cauldron of creation where we harness the fire in us. I'm gonna put this here so it's not in the middle, sorry. So now voice. Why voice is important? The voice is directly connected with the womb. In the voice, in the throat center, is where we really get those winds, those inorganic winds out. It's the most effective way, and also vibration is what it brings healing in the areas that we need to be healed. If we have pain, we just bring it there. So the sound of the solar plexus, which is the area that carries our fire. We're gonna do vowels because vowels really connect us with, vowels are universal. It doesn't matter if it's Spanish, Indian, English, it's just vowels, okay? So for the fire, it's a big open O, okay? So let's get the fire, let's bring the presence to the fire in us. So what we're going to do, basically when we close, we're gonna inhale, you're gonna sustain, and then you're gonna bring the big O, like you are holding a big fireball. And then as you exhale slowly, keeping the O, and you completely exhale and get the air out of you. Okay, I'm gonna do once and then you guys can do it with me. So basically, inhale, hold, hold. And again, inhale. Now together, hold. Visualize the big round fire from your solar plexus, your heart, and your womb. And exhale with a big open O. Hold. And it's like you're bringing that fire within. You are holding that fire. Okay? And again, inhale. Hold and visualize that big sunshine, that big sun, radiant sun between your knees, your arms. And now you're going to exhale, bringing that fire of the sun within. Oh. And again, inhale. Hold, visualize that fire, and seal it with your voice. Bring it inside. Oh. Oh. One last time, guys. Inhale. Now you're gonna hold as long as you can. You're carrying that sun, that sunshine, that ball of fire, and that ball of fire is gonna go into your body, bringing warmth, bringing ignition, bringing you back to your center. Exhale. Oh. Now, you're going to put your knees on the floor and you're going to sit your buttocks on top of your heels. And you are going to move your pelvis. It's like you are lighting the fire. That fire that went in, you are kind of like, not lighting it, you're moving it around. You want that fire that went inside to go to every part of your body. Where do you need that fire? What part of you needs to remember? Is it in your root chakra, in your central canal, where we have those cords, those sabotaging masks that allow us to think that we are the victims? We're victims of our situation. We're victims of whatever it happens. Or maybe that fire needs to go a bit higher up in your sacral, the space of your womb, where you remember to dissolve with that fire the mask of the martyr. How much have you give for others and you feel that you haven't received enough? What is that cord that needs to go? Keep moving. Maybe you move to the other side now. And now, just send your attention to your solar plexus. And here, maybe the fire is needed to dissolve the mask of the slave. How many times you feel that you need to act in a way to please everybody to be accepted? Fear of rejection. What brings you maybe lack of assertivity? What are those inorganic winds that may enter because this area is very cold and needs that fire of the sun. Or maybe we go a bit higher up, we have in our heart, we need that fire, that remembrance, that dissolve the mask of feeling lonely, feeling inadequate, feeling that we are not enough. Maybe that fire needs to dissolve that core. Or maybe even higher up in our throat. Maybe that fire is needed there. And then with this one, you move your head, you move your pelvis, you move your torso, and you move your head. It needs to maybe dissolve the mask of feeling that you need to act or express in a way that is not aligned with you. It's a mask of walking a path that is not you. And if it makes you feel so unaligned, is the fire needed there in that core? And keep moving your head, keep moving your pelvis, keep moving your torso. Where that fire needs to go? The fire of the sun. To your third eye, when maybe you have too much electricity and you're thinking too much. You are much more in your logic that is not allowing you to embrace your intuition, which is that line that connects this great spirit with your heart and with your womb. Because your logical mind, it maybe invade you and maybe tell you, what is this ridiculous thing that you are doing? This voice, you sound so dumb, so stupid. And those self-thoughts, because your logical sabotage you. Is the fire needed there? Or maybe it needs to go even higher and higher up to the crown center. When you maybe feel that you know everything. Maybe feel that you have gone through a journey, that you have learned everything, and maybe you feel like you don't need to learn more. And that's a big inorganic wind that doesn't allow you to connect with the great spirits, because it doesn't allow you to embrace the humbleness that opens your strong vessel to receive the light of the sun. Where is that fire needs to go? What cord needs to be cut? In what area of your body needs to go? Now, you're going to tuck your toes in and you're going to slowly come up again. And now you're going to rise your bottom up. If you cannot touch, maybe if you have a chair or you have something where you can put your hands. And we are going to go from here to one side and stretch the opposite sides. For example, you go your hip to your right and stretch the left. It's like the psoas, that muscle that carries all your emotions, all those sabotaging beliefs that sabotage your journey. You want to stretch it so the fire can go there. And then you go to the other side. Stretch, stretch. You maybe even feel a little crack. You can bend slowly your knee and the stretch leg. You can even touch your groin, your psoas muscle, and feel how stretched it is. Go to one side, go to the other. And slowly you come up. Now, one knee is going to face forward. Your feet is going to face towards the center. And then you're just going to kind of like the warrior pose in yoga. So you're going to bend your knee. And again, you feel this psoas being stretched. You can stretch the same arm that is stretching. Basically, you are connecting this line of fire from the earth to your leg, your groin, your pelvis, to the hand. And here we're going to do the breathing of releasing. So you're going to inhale, hold, and you're going to exhale with a big, big sound and loud scream or sigh. Inhale. stretch, hold. Ah. Ah. And one more time. Oh, come on, release, release, release. Ah. Ah. And now we are going to bend the legs completely. And you're going to stretch. Keep stretching the same leg. Touch your groin. You feel the psoas how it's working. It may feel very uncomfortable, guys. Go as far as you can. But again, you inhale. And when you exhale, you go down without touching the floor. And when you, as further down you go, you feel the psoas more and more stretching. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale as you go down without touching. And now we're going to do exactly the same motion. When you inhale, you stretch your man, like if the heavens are pulling your hand up. And when you exhale, you're going to bring that big, loud voice like this. Inhale. Going a bit down without touching the floor, just going down. Inhale. One last time. Inhale. Beautiful. Now you're gonna bring your leg slowly, bend your leg slowly, and just go from one side to the other. You can feel the difference between one side and the other. One is pulsating, is activated, and the other one is asking you for stretching. And slowly you're gonna lift your buttocks. And again, you move with your buttocks from one side to the other. One side to the other. Oh, and slowly you come up. And we're going to do all over again with the other leg. So put your feet facing the side, the right side for me, maybe for you is the left. And your opposite leg, your feet facing forward. And you bend your knee and stretch. Stretch. Just kind of inhale. And go stretch. Inhale. And stretch. And as you inhale, bring that arm up like if the skies are pulling you. Inhale, hold. And again, inhale, hold. And now we're going to do it with the big scream, the big shout, or the big O if you want. You can use the big O, and we're going all the way to the floor and do it again. If it's too much for you guys, if you have a chair, you can go to the chair. So inhale, hold. Inhale. Put your arm up, hold. Excellent. Last one. Inhale. Hold. And slowly go all the way down without touching the floor. Stretching, stretching. You're going to inhale. Go forward, and when you exhale, slightly you go backwards without touching the floor. Just stretch, stretch more. Inhale. Inhale. One more time. Inhale. And now we're going to do the arm and the big sound. Inhale. And again, inhale. Last one. Inhale. this one feel how, like if you're touching, like if the sun is pulling your arm, inviting you to release. Come on, throw it to the fire, everything. Ah! And now you can slowly sit down and you can hug your leg, feeling that release. Hug your leg, bringing all your gratitude to your leg, your psoas, for allowing you to ignite the fire within you. We hug the other one. And you do a big inhale, hold, and exhale with the mouth. Now you put your feet together and feel your bones. And be conscious about your bones. This is your fire pulse. And in those bones is the vessel that carries the fire. You go from one side to the other. Side, and round, and the other one. The other side. Round and round. It's like you go from one sitting bone to the other sitting bone. And this is the vessel that carries the fires. Okay, your shoulders forward and back. Forward and back. Bringing that fire everywhere in your body. Where is that bubble of inorganic air that is in your body sabotaging you? Where is it? Now going from backwards, forward, backwards, forwards, backward, forwards. And now bring your knees together. Inhale deeply. Hold. Release. Bring in all your presence and all your gratitude to your body, because your body talks to you. The body expresses what the soul is screaming, and we don't listen. So where is that energy that needs to be cut with the sacred fire today? Now with this awareness, you bring back your candle. And we're going to prepare to burn it. I'm just going to see where you guys are. I'm just going to check. Okay. How are you guys feeling? Moving the body is super important to be able to integrate. We are used to work only from the etheric way. Meditating is really powerful. Connecting with the spirit is very powerful when we pray. But if we don't bring this prayer into our body, with consciousness, with movement, it stays in the ether. So movement and presence is what allows us to anchor the wisdom in our bodies, in our vessel. So what I'm inviting you to do now is to go back to your candles, or your candle if you're going to burn. This is a time where you have to write, if something come up, that you can write it on your paper, even wherever you have candle or 2 candles, you want to write whatever is going to go from your system, whatever is going to be transformed today. So what we're going to do, I'm going to put a bit of meditative music. You can follow my voice. You can close your eyes as the fire is ignited. So if you are ready, you're going to light your candles. Oops. I think that this is too long. And what is going from your system today? And you light your candles or your candle. If you have paper, if you're going to do it with the paper, you can write whatever is coming. and we are asking the medicine of the fire. When we light the candle, asking permission, and here is where your tobacco comes as well. Tobacco is the one that we ask permission. Tobacco is the plant that intercede for us with the divine. We always offer tobacco to the spirits, to the fire, even to the elementals. When we go to a forest or new land, it's always good to offer. And tobacco is the grandfathers. So we are going to light the candles, and then we're going to ask permission with the tobacco. I plant tobacco today, so in a few months, we're going to have fresh leaves for our rituals, guys. So I'm very excited about that. Oops. Okay. Oops, this is not. So if everybody light their candles. And we're just gonna observe them. I invite you that you observe your candle. You can write. I put the sacred tobacco offering. In this sacred full moon that allowed us to come into our full expression, the moon that allowed us to burn the old, as we prepare to go back towards our inner part of us. Sacred tobacco allowed us to connect with the sacred spirit of the fire, of the divine force of creation. So we can cut any cord that is today ready to leave our system. Those inorganic winds that are sabotaging us, and tap into the shadow part of us. Allow us to bring order. Allow us to bring syntropy. Allow us to learn, thanks to your medicine, sacred fire. Come back to pay attention of your flame. The grandmother moon. The flame dancing in the rhythm of the wind of the flute. You need to bring this harmony, the wind, and learn to dance. And as you watch your candle, your fire, as you connect that intention that today is being transformed by the sacred fire. Where is the fire? How are your emotions at this moment? Who is your spirit in this moment? You move your body. You recognize what areas in the body are cold and wet. You can dance in the flame that is moved by the wind. You allow the wind of the Great Spirit to move. And as the wind of the Great Spirit enters gratitude, and it transforms all humanity in loneliness. Fire of the Spirit. You fire. And that's even and you feel how your fire finds you can put your hands in your womb. Feel the fire. Feel the fire moving through fire. The forms, algo, the cauldron of the feminine fire. And you are the vessel that carries feminine fire. The fire of the Great Spirit that merge the fire of the feel the vibration. Yes. My fire of the fire. That's the only what active fire of the fire that takes fire that allows me to light and light fire. Considering you can connect with your heart and observe and feel what the fire is transmuting. What is leaving a beautiful vessel right now? It's not because you have to burn the candles are burning. Those intentions are leaving your system. Observe and feel. That fire in your candle is fire that is burning those cords. How is the flame dancing with the wind of the flute, the wind of the great? Is it black in the middle? Observe the color of the fire. You can see in the middle that maybe it's a bit of black, and then it's that beautiful golden light. Then you can see the beautiful dualities in you. You can see the shadow parts of you that allow you to create that magic. It is really how it's a fair woman to dance with these winds. We're learning how to recognize when an inorganic entity is now. As fire woman, we ignite the fire of our spirits to transmute and transform the inorganic spirits. Observe without judgment, with presence. Feel, observe, and perceive in the way that is true for you. Connect your spirit with this moment because fire is invite you to the presence. Observe your flame, beautifully flame, yellow flame that is the flame of the spirit, because the great lives in the vessel. Connect your spirit in this moment and observe all your spirit as a great golden ball of fire that is a fire that you and this flame represents that fire that now is in you. It's a fire that doesn't burn. It's a fire that expands you and illuminates inward and outward. Maybe a cord is already hot. Maybe one of your papers that holds that already burned completely and you see the ashes. Maybe there is more to burn. From deep and gentle breath, ask yourself, how am I? How do I feel? Where am I? Where are you? And through this flame of this beautiful candle, you can see the hologram that we live in. That the only truth is your connection with the Great Spirit. Is the ultimate. Everything else is an illusion. So now you understand that when you're feeling hard, you find fire, you know, that, because when you light the candle, you move get this flame combined with the spirits. It's so important. And that powerful connection remains intention. Connected to the spirit. Now it's time for you to talk you, in its mighty presence. Tell your fire, why did you ignite it? Why did you bring the sun into this planet? Talk to it. This intention in this right moment. This intention. Which part of you is watching? That is what this fire is burning now. What is this fire putting now? Can smoke black. Remember that black smoke is the black. This is smoke that cleans the field. What do you want that this fire in you? In your life, in your family, in your home, maybe the fire is not bigger than this is fire. What is it needed? What is it healing? And if you are going to any person, bless all your sickness, health condition. You elevate your prayer. This transport everything necessary. Set all those close to your heart. Know now with the power of the fire, the power of the mother moon that is above the earth. bring you this confidential intuition within you. And it's not just like you said, the strength of the sun, that transformative force. Inhale deeply and give thanks. Allow this fire to be deep, rich. Dancing flame. And exhale out. And exhale. The fire is transforming. The fire is cutting these cords. The fire is allowing you to bring your inner fire. And as those cords, those papers, those intentions have transmute, it's okay if you guys couldn't hear. It's okay. I will record this and send it to you guys. It's about you observing the fire, the dancing flame. It's about you allowing this fire to bring the healing that you need in your body, physical, mental, emotional, the spiritual body. What are those cords that are not allowing you to embrace the full medicines within you? Do you recognize those cords? The victim, the martyr, the cord of pleasing everyone, the cord of loneliness and inadequate, the cord of expressing or living a path that is not aligned with you or is not you, the mask, the cord of the mask, the cord of the logic that doesn't allow you to tap into the intuition that opens the vortex to receive the fire of the great spirits that unify with the fire within you, in your heart and in your womb. Or the fire of the ego that doesn't allow you to embrace the humble heart, to always keep learning in every moment of your life. How is your fire? Is your fire, the flame going down? And this is a time where you sing to the Great Spirit.
I know.
Because we now understand that the only thing that is real is our communications with the Great Spirit, with that fire, that divine fire that lives in us, and is the only fire that can transmute any inorganic wind that is sabotaging us. And the best way to connect with the Great Spirit, besides observing the Great Spirit through the fire of the sun that is within us, is also by praying, by elevating our prayer. As you keep observing your fire, if your fire completely has extinguished and burned, you can follow this prayer with me that is in the screen. I want to be a traveling eagle and to fly through all these stars. I want to be a traveling eagle and to fly through all these stars. To open my wings very wide, to let go this shining heart. To open my wings very wide and let go this shining heart. I want to be so close to you. I want to know what I'm doing around here. I want to be so close to you. I want to know what are we doing here. Great and powerful, grand spirit, you who guide me to my path. Great and powerful, grand spirit, you who guide me to my path. I want to look for you, to find you, and to stay close to you. I want to be a traveling eagle and to fly through all these stars. I want to be a traveling eagle and to fly through all these stars. Will elevate my prayer until I hear the Great Spirit song. To be very still and silent, and to attend universal mysteries. I want to be so close to you. I want to know what I'm doing around here. I want to be so close to you. I want to know what I'm doing around here. Great and powerful, grand spirit, you who guide me to my path. Great and powerful, grand spirit, you who guide me to my path. I want to look for you, to find you, and to stay close to you. Just pray and sing to the fire, sisters. The fire is what is always going to remind us that the only true, the only real thing in this journey that we call life is our connections with the divine forces. Everything else is just an illusion, and it's our ego bouncing us from one side to the other. And when we hook with those illusions, our vessel is weak. And then we allow inorganic entities to enter, those forces that cause chaos and confusion. And it's okay if we feel like that, but instead of giving it place and importance, just come back to your fire, come back to this ritual, come back to remember, because the fire is the biggest representation of the sun in here. That's why the fire is bringing us the light of our spirit, the light of our medicine. And this fire, this ball of fire that we bring, is within us coming out. And it's expanding and expanding to bring in healing, to illuminate not only our lives, but the lives of our families, the lives of our friends, our community, and we ripple to the whole collective. So just hold into your fire, sing to the fire, and bring the fire. This song is in your platform as well, and it's in Spanish as well, and you can just practice it. Next month, we're going to be singing songs as we keep connecting and keep remembering. And we are going to start transition from the fire to the earth, because the earth is the vessel that holds the fire. And the stronger is our vessels, the bigger is the flame. If our vessel is weak, it can break easily. And a vessel that is broken could bring health conditions, pain, and definitely, because it's cracked, all these inorganic entities have many more ways to enter. So the earth is about to connecting with the vessel. In our body is our bone structure. And our bone structure is our ancestral dust. The more we are connected with our ancestry line, with the land where we are coming from, the stronger the vessel is. And if we cannot connect with our ancestry because there is so much trauma and pain, this is the way how we release with the element of earth. Any weight that we've been carrying in our vessel, like stones and rocks, that is not allowing us to embrace this vessel. It's not allowing us to harness the fire of the Great Spirit. So we are going to release that weight, that ancestry weight, so we can hold our vessel and embrace the wisdom of our ancestry. So that's the element of the earth. And this is going to allow us to hold the fire stronger and stronger and to amplify our communication with the Great Spirit. So, aho, sisters. And with this, we finish our ritual. And I just would love to, before we close in this circle, just let me read. Okay, yes, I'm sorry. By next month, we're going to change the platform because unfortunately, I couldn't even bring instruments because this platform, I didn't realize that only gets my voice. Or one sound. So we're going to change the platform. We're going back to Zoom so we can have more instruments as well. And don't worry, I'm going to record this little fire meditation so you can, well, it's more like an observing the fire exercise. I'm going to record it this week and I'm going to put it in the platform so you guys can have it and do it anytime you need to do it. Yeah. And Kelly, fire has finished. It was beautiful watching the feminine and the masculine. It was beautiful. Did you guys alone individual and join? It's stunning to watch. It's stunning to watch the fire. You can be hours. In the traditions, we do ceremonies that is all night, just being in fire. Not only with plant medicines, could be just veladas, which is veladas comes from candle, vela, and then we stay all night guarding the fire and talking to the fire. So we can start bringing that discipline. And if you have children, bring you once a week or once a month even, bring your children together, get the fire pit and just sit around the fire and just with children, maybe 5 minutes if they are too young, just let's sit in quiet and just watch the fire. No, what can you tell to the fire? What can you look when the fire? Let's teach the generations that are going to be guarding the earth, mothers, So those who has little ones, if your kids are a bit older, maybe a bit longer, slowly be building, but to be really, the fire is such a tangible way to connect to the Great Spirit. And it's all for us. It's so simple to do that. So, and I love, Jodie, that you were here with us with your beautiful fire. And so, yeah, the fire is for all of us. So we love to, yeah, candles. Well, if you're doing what we are doing, you really want until all the cores are burned. You can have a candle that is, for example, this is the candle I always use when I am working with fire, and I have another one, and I just leave it light, and when I finish, I turn it off, and you don't need to have a candle with that. It's good always to have a candle in your house, and every time you come, just light it, or when you're going to do ceremony, light, because the candle is to say, it's your fire, it's your heart, and you are saying to the spirit, I'm here, because the fire brings you in presence. So any ceremony that you do, praying, meditations, whatever you do in your daily practice, just light the candle. Even it could be in the middle of the day, it doesn't need to be at nighttime. Or when you are at home, you can have a safe candle that you can light it when you are there. Obviously, when you go, you need to turn it off. You don't want to have an accident. But always is to say, I'm here and I'm present. I would love, thank you, Jodie. I would love to, if everybody can share just in 2 words, how do you leave this ceremony? Jodie, let's start with you because you are our guest today, and we are very blessed that you were able to join us with all your wisdom and your big fire. I don't know if Jodie gone. Are you there, Jodie?
Oh, yes, sorry. Yes.
No, it's okay. I just couldn't see you in the list. Can you share with us 2 words?
2 words?
Well, it doesn't need 2 words, 2 to 5 words. So whatever, how you finish.
I feel amazing. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Jodie.
Blessings.
Okay, now let's do the list. Elizabeth, Erin, Elizabeth, would you like to share? Essie?
That was fabulous. Thank you, Patty.
Thank you, Erin. Thank you, my sister. Emma, glad you came, sister. Okay, no voice watching. Yeah, let me
Hello.
Hi, love. Can you share how love that you were able to join? Do you mind to share how do you live this ceremony? 2 words or 3 or 5 that encompass how you live?
Unrestricted. That's it. I feel unrestricted through my solar plexus. It's like we moved. So yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Can you hear me? Can't hear me. Oh, okay.
Thank you. Now, Erin Murray. Hello, sister.
Alchemized and grateful. Thank you.
Thank you. And Kelly Di Salvo. I'm just going in order with the names are, so I don't miss anyone. Kelly.
Yes, I feel like I've really cut a cord that I needed to cut. That is just lovely. Thank you, Patty. Very nice. Very enjoyed it. The fire just was really speaking to me, so it was wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, beautiful sister. Thank you. Kimmy.
Sorry. So my 2 words would be sore throat.
Sore throat. It's okay. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Thank
released quite a lot.
You really what? Sorry?
I released a lot.
Okay, good. Good, sister. Well, now nourish your throat and bit of honey if you have ginger, and put your fire on there just to watch it. You can have your fire there. Thank you, Lovey. Denny.
Thank you, Patty.
You're welcome. Do you want to Hmm?
I feel clear and happy. Aho.
Aho, Denny, thank you, love. Maria.
Tranquil, but also there is a sense of numbness. Emotions came out in bits of the exercise, and I also felt my body struggling more than I expected doing them. I hadn't physically tried to do them, and some of them looked to me possible things that I do. They're like, oh yeah, that's okay. And now, as I was doing it, it felt so much harder on my knees. So yeah, I'm just taking it all in. It's gone deep, and I don't know where it's gonna go. So there's a lot coming out. Thank you.
That's what the movement does, and with the fire it brings, and this is the reason. So
I know.
just
Yeah.
keep doing it. Thank you, beautiful friend.
Thank you.
Maya.
Hi.
Hi.
My 2 words would be present and hopeful. Thank you.
Thank you, Maya. Linda.
My 2 candles have completely joined together. So my words are unified and peaceful.
Good. Thank you, Linda. Moni.
Love and connection.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. And Kelly Mookie.
My 2 words would be in unique and oneness.
Beautiful. Thank you. Aho.
Oh.
Aho. Aho, sisters. We're gonna close this beautiful circle. Those one who had the fire cup or even your fire pit, it's important that we bury these ashes, make a hole in your garden or in a, if you have a pot or something of soil, and just put it there. And with your cup of water, just you're going to seal the intention. You're gonna throw the water on top of those ashes, and you're gonna hear that sound of Atlachinore, which is the sound of life. When water and fire and earth come together and bring the spirit of the wind. So remember, make a hole in your garden in a pot, just put it in there, and then pour the water on top of it, and then you bury it. Because the intention is sealed. Same with the candles. Hopefully, if your candles were not organic, don't worry about it then, because we don't want to put inorganic materials into the soil. But if they were like soya or beeswax, you could put it there. So we're gonna just close this circle. Just quick notice. We're gonna go back to Zoom so we can have more sounds. I didn't even do the concha shell because I realized last one after the fire alarm that no one heard. Is that there is no sounds. Apologize if now again there was a glitch with the music. I will record that tomorrow so you guys can have it. And also you can have it this way recorded, and Luke will put it together, and I will ask Luke to put it when I put it into the platform, so you can have it this week, and you can continue this in the coming 4 weeks. This is powerful. Please, I would really ask those ones who did the creative expressions with the moon. I love Maya, how your sharing was amazing. Those ones who are doing it, please share. If you haven't done, this is the best way to start. You can start with this full moon, and then just tomorrow. And or if you want to wait until the new moon, but it's important to understand where do we feel more creative, especially now that we have these dense winds coming around. We want to be really aligned for our creative cycles, and that's also going to strengthen our vessel to understand our body and our creativity. And yes, we have one more call for fire, and then we're transitioning to earth. Those ones in sonic calls, please, is going to be powerful because that's going to be the vessel. It's going to be we're going to be transmuting into rituals with earth, which are very powerful as well. The fire always is going to be from now on, always enlightened, because as I said, even in your house, when you are doing your only the ritual, light a candle at least, bring the fire. So the fire is not like we forget the fire, no, the fire and the earth. And it's like we're incorporating all the elements within the medicine woman. Jody, if you want to know more about it, you are more than welcome to get our details to Erin and Beautiful. But if not, sister, I think that the next ones are going to might as well offer it. I think that this was our ceremonial gatherings for the full moon. Our coming gathering is going to be in the full moon of September, so we'll be 17, and that's going to be powerful because it's going to be before the equinox. So that's going to be amazing, and we are doing a beautiful equinox ceremony in Monique's house in Kinkin. I will be sending all that info if anyone wants to join to that. That's open for the families, and because we want to bring that. And remember, this equinox for us here in the southern hemisphere is the eagle, is the birth of the big eagle. And for those ones in the northern hemisphere is the hummingbird that is going to start its journey for you, Maria, towards the sun. So you are going to embrace the medicine of the hummingbird. And for the sisters in the southern hemispheres, we embrace the medicine of the eagle. So we are going to work with those two energies on September. So, so with this one, we're just gonna close the circle and bring in our presence and gratitude to each one of the directions and the elements that were here today, our ancestors, the custodians of the land, the direction of the east, the rising sun, which is the direction of the fire. So much gratitude for the fire that allowed us to heal today and to bring us back into our presence, to release. We here and now, we bring our gratitude to the direction of the north, the direction of the wind, the direction that connects us with our ancestors, the direction that allowed us to receive the information of the Great Spirit through our divine thoughts and fire. Is where we open to that vessel to be the vessel of the Great Spirit. We here and now, we send our gratitude to the direction of the earth, the west, because it allowed us to be the vessel for us to bring our intentions in those cups that were holding our candles, our fire, the earth that is there in the most loving way holding us. Here and now, we close with gratitude and respect the direction of the south, the water, which is the direction of the emotions, because the water now is going to help us to seal our intention as we bury the ashes of our fire. And here and now, we close the direction of Oxlahun Tikkun, the gray heavens, the heart of the universe, and the 13 layers that allow us to connect to those forces of the divine that enter today and guide us in this journey as we release, because they show us what is need to be transmuted. And we here and now, we close the direction of the Volontiku, the depth of the earth, the 9 layers until the heart of the earth, which allowed us to bring those layers that we were unconscious of us, those emotions, those parts of our body that maybe were painful, those thoughts that we didn't know that we had. And this beautiful air allowed us to emerge that, so we can bring that medicine of the fire to transmute whatever needs to be transmuted. And here and now, we close the connection of the sacred tree of the center, as we unify our hearts with that intentions to embrace the medicine woman that is within us, so we can ripple waves of medicine fire. That fire that doesn't burn is that fire that brings healing for our bodies, our families, our community, and for the collective. Because now we unify the masculine fire with the feminine fire, and we ignite the cauldron that holds the fire, the feminine fire in our womb, the cauldron in our heart, where all the two fires merge, and the fire in our in our mind that receives the antenna that is in our pineal gland that receive that information. And with this, we love, gratitude for your beautiful hearts and divine presence. Sisters, thank you for creating this circle. Thank you for your loving presence. And we see you on the full moon of September. And please share. Let's keep sharing, because that's what we do, women. We share, and that's the medicine, because we realize that we are not alone. And please, if you feel lonely or you feel that you are struggling, just reach out. Yeah, because that's what we are here for. And we don't want anyone to feel guilty or feel, oh, I'm not doing enough. No, that's not all about. So thank you so much. And when we close this beautiful call. Have a lovely, lovely night. Aho.
Aho. Aho.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.